Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the little bit of delay there. We are here in the Nexus Gaming series. On the left-hand side, we have gillyShark at Bingo Night, or exclamation point bingo. And on the right, it's going to be Probes Pylons, or PPL for short. And if you're sitting at home saying, wait a minute, Bahamut, we are on Volskaya Foundry and I don't understand how I got here. Don't worry, don't fret, don't fear. I have you covered. The home team this evening is going to be gillyShark. They won coin flip, opting for first pick priority, and that'll give map pick priority over to the side of our probe Pylons, which is going to be a ban onto Braxis, a ban onto Battlefield. gillyShark will ban out Dragonshire and Alterac Pass, and it is going to be Volskaya Foundry, chosen by the side of Probes Pylons for map number 1. As we get back into the draft and we check out what's unfolded so far, we are going to be seeing that it is going to be a first ban onto the Joanna. So Joanna not having any bans in our most recent patch this past week is going to be something that we will be seeing from her, or at least it'll draw some bans from her as well. Sorry, just quickly, just fixing something on the side really quick here. Holy crap, okay. Man, what a day of streaming. God, 6, 7, 8 hours of streaming in total? Isn't Nova a bit better after patch? Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Slightly, but the most part, any mage can do a job better. Absolutely. That is the conversation to be had, because it is going to be one of those situations where, yeah, Nova got buffed, but why not pick Li Ming, Kael'thas, Kel'Thuzad, Gul'dan, Jaina, Orphea? Why not pick any of them? If you want a stealth character, I would say why not take Valeera over Nova? At least Valeera has some sort of wave clear. Nova suffers from a lot of bad wave clear, in my opinion, but either way. Diablo, Joanna banned from the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night. Greymane and Rhaegar to be banned on the right-hand side. So all heroes, oh, actually not all, because Joanna didn't get touched in the patch, but she's still strong. Speaking of heroes that got hit by the patch, Stukov. By the way, if you are interested in looking at the patch that happened yesterday, you can use exclamation point patch in chat. Why not Zoidberg? That's a good one, Jimmy. That's a good one. God, I love Futurama. Junkrat and Nubarak for the side of Probes Pylons. Okay. And then an immediate Rexxar Tychus. Okay, Rexxar Tychus immediately. They are set up for a Cho'Gall here. I don't think they're going to go for it, but either way, they are set up for it if you want me to say the words. Say the thing, Bart! Let's see. Ban-wise, they need a main tank, and they need some sort of better wave clear, so Garrosh will be the ban. A good ban into a Nubarak, since a Nubarak wants to burrow charge forward, and the Garrosh can kind of toss him away. Absolute insanity for simplicity. It's the middle of the draft. That's potential. That's me!
I fixed my game now, Kek. See you in game 2.
Stark, thank you for the tier 2 for 46 months. Thank you for nearly 4 years of support. Holy crap, my friend. Thank you for the tier 2. That is generous of you, and I'll see you in game 2. Good luck to the gillySharks at Bingo Night, as an Anduin ban will come through. Makes sense. Probes Pylons need to have some sort of healer here, and Anduin's really good for that yoink. Oh, what are we going to get here from Probes Pylons? Alright, Leoric into the Rexxar. I do like that. Decker Kane for heals. AoE healing is good. Or I guess not AoE healing, excuse me. The AoE slows and roots are very good. Oh, this is a gillyShark at Bingo Night draft with Azul coming through as the assumed main tank. What are we going to get for this last pick? I feel like we need some sort of mage, a little bit better wave clear. I do like the idea of like a Li Ming here. Well, actually into Nubarak. I actually like the Li Ming quite a bit. I think they could go Li Ming if they wanted to have the Disintegrate, but it's going to be a Jaina instead. Jaina coming through, slows, burst, and does play very well into the Zul. Since enemies can't block incoming damage from like a Li Ming, Zul can hit a root, and Stukov can just sit there with a lurking arm, and Jaina can sit there and dump snow over people's heads with Blizzard. So a pretty good start right there from the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night, as we are going to be seeing our next pick come through. And there's that Li Ming, so it is going to be over to the side of our PPL crew, our Probes Pylons. So We're going to wait for the swap round to happen here, and then I will start the Twitch prediction. All right, so I'm going to wait for this for a little bit. Who plays Cho'Gall? All of us played Cho'Gall. All of us played Cho'Gall. All right, Twitch prediction has begun. We'll go ahead, and I'm actually going to leave it on the in-game loading screen, so that way you all can see who's on what side. And here we go, into our first map of the evening and our final best of 3, our 6th best of 3 of the day. Don't forget, you've got a little bit of time to get your Twitch predictions in. Any gambles in chat? Any gamblers in chat? On the left-hand side, we are going to be seeing the members of Probe's Pylons. Can I please hit the right buttons for the first time in my life? There we go. It's like I know how to stream. Over on the left-hand side, we will see the members of gillyShark at Bingo Night. It's going to be Lazy Hydra on the Tychus, Chess Looter on the Rexar, Misha to play Misha, Kaimo Tripson on the Stukov, Schumann on the Jaina, and EKB on the Zool. Over on the right-hand side, we're looking at Probe's Pylons. We're going to be looking at a wiener salad for the Junkrat. Can-Kill will be on the Anubarak, Brickets on the Li Ming, Walter on the Leoric, and we've got to have, who did I miss? Volcanic Dog on the Decker Kane. You got a few seconds to get predictions in. Get your predictions in. Which team wins? Alrighty, Anubarak looking to set something up just on top of the side of gillyShark. We're just showing this vision really quickly. We know that Anubarak was floating around up there, but he's not going to look to step in at all. We do have the low blow from the Stukov, which was nerfed in our most recent patch by 25% on that lurking arm percent base damage. Looking at the Zool, he's going to be going for the Shackler at level 1. While Bone Armor is active, nearby enemies are slowed for 35% for 1 second. Basic attacks against enemy heroes that are stunned, rooted, or slowed reduce the cooldown of Bone Armor by 2 seconds. Not mistaken, Bone Armor is a 30-second cooldown. I'm going to double-check this really quickly. It is. Yes, indeed. The Oric versus the Zool in the bottom lane. And actually, is this a rotation to bottom, or is this a rotation to go for the camp? It is going to be trap scouted by Misha, but the immediate camp to be grabbed on the left-hand side, as we have a ping onto this camp for the side of Probe's Pylons, which makes a lot of sense. The Junkrat scouted out the rotation to bottom lane. Rexar Misha is showing down here, Zool showing in mid, and Jaina showing top, as Jaina's trying to build out that Fingers of Frost from level 1 as quickly as possible. There's actually a couple reasons to obviously finish out that level 1 questing talent, and it is going to be that you have more mana regeneration, but when you finish out the quest, the big reward is that 10% increased damage. And it's not a ton, but still, 10% spell power, so on them. A 10% increased damage overall from Frostbite is just going to be beneficial for some of these moments, and we're going to see how things work out. John Spencer, thank you for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content, my dude. Or dudette. Baha, I almost choked on the wiener salad call. Well, chew your food. Got him. I completely misread your message, but I don't care. Walter's gonna try and back away. PPL noobs picking Li Ming when Nova's available. Shake my head. Floppy, I'm right there with you, dude. Both of these teams are amateur over here. Neither of them picking up Nova. Anyways, control point A open. God damn it. Control point A is going to be opening up here in about 20 seconds or so, as I completely read Xeno's message wrong, but either way, it doesn't matter. Anubarak goes in for the burrow onto Kaimo Tripson, does have the fortification camp, tries to avoid the scroll of ceiling from the Decker Kane and manages to do so. Keep in mind, Decker Kane did go into our gem build so far. We have the Sapphire at 1 and the Ruby at 4. Maybe we'll see Emerald at level 7 as well. Concussion Mine on the far side of the wall just pushes Kaimo Tripson around. 7 talents here slowly being achieved by both these sides. Leoric already on the point. Misha puts her paw on the point as well. Might go down to the drain of Leoric, but he has to chase out a little bit far to get that. Doesn't matter. Brickets is on the point. And it is going to be channel over to the side of our red team. chest looter being forced out of bottom, does tap the well, and we get back towards the objective phase. And we have 20-some percent, 30% rising actually, as 7 talent tiers almost simultaneously hit by these teams. And we're just going to wait and see what happens and how the members of gillyShark at Bingo Night play this, as we have Misha just putting pressure onto Leoric. Li Ming comes into bottom lane. 12 stacks for the Jaina on her level 1, as we do have a reset for Li Ming. A quarter kill over to the side of Probe's Pylons, as the Nubrek does check what's going on this camp, and it is going to be a few members grabbing another Pylon, another fortification camp. Lazy Hydra putting his feet on the ground over here, looking to step in. Big damage from Li Ming. Combo trips and split from his team. Drops the fortification camp immediately, so not given over to the enemy side, but overtime is here. Misha trying to delay things out, but it's going to be gillyShark at Bingo Night who will have to work against the Triglav Protector, or defend, excuse me. And what do the members of Probe's Pylons utilize this for? Is it going to be top lane, mid lane, bottom lane? What is the adjusted play? Because keep in mind, wells are now invulnerable, and they only fall once a fort goes down. So the consideration is, all right, do you prep for control point C, which is quote-unquote the most winning Triglav on the map, or do you prep for control point B, which is coming up next? Well, right now, the preparation is minimal, as we see a sidewall, a tower, and a little bit of damage, actually a lot of damage onto the fort front gate. EKB slowed by the Decker Cane with that Sapphire at level 1. No Emerald at level 7. Biotic Emitter used by Can Kill. We are going to see a Bone Prison onto 1. There's that Jaina damage I was talking about, and the Lurking Arm with a low blow combo. That is exactly the combo I was talking about in the start of this game. You have a root from Zool. Jaina drops the snow because there's no enemies to get in the way. Cone of Cold has a really big area of effect, and even bigger now with the ice flows at level 7. And then Stukov Lurking Arm. Low blow may have been nerfed, but still does increase damage to enemy heroes below, what, 50%? And Jaina can easily drop someone down that quickly. A nice combo from gillyShark. It is going to be 10 talent tier for them first, and they will invade this camp. I don't know. I think that was just a really good call from Probe's Pylons to be able to back away. I don't think there was any show in the mid lane rotation, as we take a look at damage, healing, and experience thus far in game number 1 in our 6th best of 3 of the night. First bear, first Kaimo. Let's see, minion experience is, or excuse me, heroic experience is slightly ahead, and that's just from that quarter kill into Misha. Mercenaries a little bit further ahead from the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night. Passive is about the same. Oh, Boar's Unleashed by Rexar, as he's going to be caught in the bottom lane. Misha, Rexar do go down. That's a reset for Li Ming. And more experience over to the side of Probe's Pylons with those little extra kills, and an invade onto a camp as well. How you doing, Don Crockett? Oh, wow, I didn't even see the 10K that came through at the last second for Probe's Pylons. Holy crap. Nice betting, chat. I'm proud of you. Already 10s up across the board. 13s are the, well, that's the goal for both these teams right now, is Leoric is getting pressured a little bit by Tychus. Oh, actually, it wasn't at all. I was looking at the models and not the health bars. I thought Tychus was in range to threaten, but mostly just providing vision, and Nubrek setting up in the bush. Does step out, EKB's the target, sidesteps the damage, incoming damage from brick hits, but it doesn't connect. Mostly onto the minion wave. There was an impale from a Nubrek. Here comes a control point B unlocking for both these teams. Who is going to be able to grab it? Right now, 13 talent here is actually pretty close between both these sides. Really good play between both these teams so far in Volskaya Foundry map number 1. I think we're seeing some great back and forth. Want to quickly check the Tychus. His baseline is 3 seconds for the minigun, and he's added in 1.2. So minigun's activatable for 4.2 seconds right now. We'll see if that changes at all. Entomb from Leoric does not connect, and that's immediately canceled. Bone Prison onto this Leoric as he Wraith walks away to self-cleanse and cancel that out. We do have those barbs from level 4 from the Anubrek, which is going to be what you're seeing on the ground right there after he uses Impale. Tychus, Lazy Hydra already on the point, as this is going to be continued rotations. Jaina already finished out her level 1. 2 squares marked off already. Nice job. There is a bingo card tonight if you'd like to utilize it. ! Bingo and ! Code. Grenade, I actually thought that Grenade anti-synergized with the Massive Shove, but still forces the Anubarak back, buying a little bit more time, space, and, well, mostly just time. That's the big thing to consider here is Lazy Hydra. Actually, Chess Leader has the Misha on the point, and Misha's just kind of stalwart on the point, just like, okay, I'm here, I'm hanging out. I'm going to take a big burst of damage from this Li Ming, run the wrong way in the treadmill, get a little bit of, ooh, hugging the wall right there. I thought that was going to be a big burst from the Li Ming balls, but not the case. Zul soaking out mid, gonna soak out one more wave bottom, it looks like. We do have the camp up and available about 4 seconds. Siege camp up and available about 10 on the left-hand side. And gillyShark at Big No Knight can take this a little bit slow and safe. Chess Looter on the Rexar Misha does need to pick up about 7 more regeneration globes for that level 4. Does give some decent armor to the Misha as well after 25 globes. Misha gains 15 armor. But you also have more regeneration per second as well from all of this. Kaimo Tripson forced back, a little overkill from the Tychus. It seems like gillyShark at Bingo Night, they're going to now step up onto this point. It's almost like a little bit of just like, just trading on who's on the point. And I think that respect comes from the fact that Leoric wasn't here. So here is going to be contested point. Misha is trying to stay on the point as long as she can before really being threatened. I'm going to go ahead and pull away the stats or the talents to be able to show the screen a little bit better because Schumann sitting in the bush waiting for an opportune moment for some sort of play around the Zul Bone Prison, but it doesn't seem like gillyShark are going to be able to make that play happen. EKB keeps rotating down towards mid, which I think he's going for. There's going to be a concussion mine from Junkrat splitting a lot of the fight. Entomb, Cocoon onto this Stukov as Lazy Hydra's very low. Concussion, or excuse me, Riptire from Junkrat comes out. Huge stay a while and listen. Commandeer Odin will be utilized. The objective phase is ignored at this point. Leoric goes down to Jaina somewhere on the screen. Honest to God, I missed it. Kaimo Tripson will go down. Li Ming is going to be able to blink away and try and get out of here. Bone Prison onto her, but it's going to be Jaina with the snipes. Jaina with the solid. Triple kill. And this is point back over to the side of gillyShark as they will manage to hit 16 and get the Triglaw Protector, second one of Volskaya Foundry. Alrighty, so with 16s achieved, Triglaw Protector, gonna check really quickly and see how much it does, because I believe it does like 1.5 per times, or 1.25 times the damage into structures, and that's why you're gonna see it at 424 into structures right there, as this top lane fort will fall. Leoric in bottom lane getting pressured by EKB, and this Zul is very, very online with his build right now, as Jaina's trying to dump in the damage, but it's actually going to be an Uber. Oh my god! The ice block into the massive shove. Very well played right there in a disengaged moment. I really thought Jaina was dead to rights from Anubarak. I thought he had everything on her, but good utilization of the ice block. You know what? I know because Aliobs only watches my stream. You know what I'd love to see in the next UI update is a cooldown for Jaina's ice block once it's done. I'd love to see it either in the top bar or somewhere over here, maybe a counter on her actual icon, and then when it's off cooldown, maybe it gets like a little 1 stack or something like that. Either way, I just think that cooldown would be really, really cool to see. So, also Nazebo ice block, you've got the Chrysalis from Kerrigan. I think there's some really, really cool things that we could see with that one. Either way, 17 up on both sides, 4-3 in kills, and it is a wonderful back and forth here on Volskaya Foundry. One structure down in favor of gillyShark at Bingo Night, and we will wait patiently and see what the next engagement looks like. Seems like it's going to be some camp grabs from either side. Alrighty. Misha Rexar does have the Hunter-Gatherer from level 4 finished out. Decker Kane's Super Potions does have the Herodric Staff for every 5 seconds. Decker Kane's next basic attack stuns an enemy here for 0.75 seconds. Does he have a visual indicator for that? Does anyone know? Oh, his staff glows. I see it. I see it. There's the visual indicator. His staff is glowing. That's how you know that the level 16 is available. Okay, that lurking arm was making a very weird sound, it felt. And gillyShark, they actually pull ahead a little bit here. gillyShark at Bingo Night are going to pull ahead by about half a level. Yeah, Maestro, yeah. It's, Spaz has one. Spaz has asked me to use it, like, a bunch of times, but it's way too cluttered. It's a lot of information. It's like everything and then some. But I know exactly what you're talking about, Maestro. I like the Aliob's UI. It's very clean. It's very simplistic. It gives me everything I want. I know I literally am saying this as I'm saying I wish I could have this and that, but it does give you pretty much everything you want at this point. If I really wanted to check Ice Block, I could just do this and be like, ah, it's off a cooldown. I've seen some streamers use it as well. I'll toot my own horn. My job is to talk about Heroes of the Storm and cast it and look at it for my living. And even I look at that UI and it's a lot for me. Nothing against the creator. It's just a lot of information. I think some of it can be pared down a little bit. What? I can't tell you because I haven't looked at it. But anyways, 19 to 19 in our levels. 20 talents here around the corner for both sides. Jaina did go into Numbing Blast, so it's going to be a root for 1 second. No armor reduction from Northern Exposure. Control point C. All right, everyone, this is where Volskaya Foundry ends every single time. Sorry. Statistically, it is where we see games end, but not as of late. Not as of like the last year and a half, I feel. I don't feel like Control Point C ends like it used to. I don't know. Maybe that's a thing of the past, but either way, EKB I think sidesteps a decent amount of damage. There's an Entomb from Leoric, but EKB doesn't care. He's gonna have a little bit of shielding, and Boar's Unleashed by Rexar. Ooh, this is a very far chase underneath the fort if they go for it. Jaina does apply that chill mark to the enemies. I'm going to get rid of that really quickly. Li Ming finds the last magic missiles with those Seeker missiles from level 16 to find the last little bit of damage into Misha. She's dead for the next 15 seconds. Control point C available. What happens? It's looking like another level 25 game. That's very possible. 30 minutes later, Resident Sleeper. Oh, dude, for real. Absolutely. Massive shove cooldown for the Stukov. Push comes to shove. We are going to be seeing Kaladin's Edict. Each time Skeletal Warriors deal damage, reduce the cooldown of Bone Armor of Zul's Zul's heroic ability by 1.5%. Keep in mind, basic attacks against enemy heroes that are stunned, rooted, or slowed also reduce Shacklers. So this is actually going to be synergistic, excuse me, with the level 1. Oh, this is a bait. They can see this. So we have the vision of gillyShark at Bingo Night, and they see this right here. That's why you saw the danger ping. It's like, hey, is this a bait? What are you going for? Misha's on the point. 40% does go to the side of Probe's Pylons. EKB and the rest are on the point. All right, we're entering the realm of 21's up. We do have a camp that's going to be cleared out in top lane by the miniwave. Good read from Leoric. That's actually, it's a really, really good point to make here, and I'm waiting to see if we have a team fight, if I can make the point or if I need to talk about the team fight. Zul roots the Nubrak. Massive shove onto Li Ming. She blinks forward. Can kill. Uses the rewind as there's the Buried Alive Entomb onto Lazy Hydra. Riptire from the Junkrat comes out. Stay Wellness is going to be here, and that does put this Zul to sleep, but it doesn't matter. It's a 1 for 3 right now. Li Ming and friends may have gotten the reset. Oh, goodbye, Tychus. He's going to get hit with a wave of force and go down. Alrighty, it still is 2 versus 3. So we do have Chymotrypsin being slowed, rooted, not rooted, but body blocked. Massive shove onto Li Ming as Chymotrypsin needs to tap well. Let me check really quickly. He's got well off a cooldown, gonna tap it, gonna get back into the engagement. But here's the thing to consider. Leoric can respawn in the engagement, and he will. Also checking really quickly, Misha armor is physical and spell, if you're wondering. So gillyShark, massive shove. They disengage for the time being. They've actually contested this with Misha really, really well to buy time for death timers for their team. This is probably Misha dead after the root. No? Wave of Force? Anything? Everything is being expended onto Misha, and it doesn't actually yield. It does yield a quarter kill, but Leoric had that Buried Alive onto Chest Looter, which could have been a major kill. I can't believe what we're seeing right now. Really good back and forth here in our Nexus Division matchup. A new Brack Junkrat coming in. We do have Catapults in the top lane arriving, or at least a Catapult. Really quickly, Catapult deals 662 damage into structures, 331 standard. And we have this turret coming down. It's going to be cleared out. Junkrat with spread volley. Channel, 80% and rising. It's 5v5. I'm going to show the APM because I know we all love the talent, or the stats. Stun on to Misha. She will go down. That's a reset for Li Ming. Trigger Protector over to the side of Probe's Pylons. It's not being picked up just yet. Keep in mind, that timer right there on the right side of your screen is coming through. Big lurking arm from Stukov, as it is going to be timed out right there. Damage from the Jaina. She almost hits enough damage into Walter, who actually dies to the damage over time from EKB. 1-for-1, Jaina for the Leoric, as we spend anywhere from 20 to 30 seconds waiting for someone to get in the Trigger Protector. Lurking Arm zones back the Junkrat, as it does still have that increased damage. It is nerfed, but still 100% extra damage at heroes below 50%. Wiener Salad was looking real scared, has to back away. Boar's Unleashed does have the kill command from level 20, and they avoid some of that damage. Oh, wait, oh my god, Can Kill is getting absolutely shredded. Lazy Hydra needs to get away. The Trigger Protector actually finding value for the first time in a team fight. Kymo trips in, taking quite a bit of damage, tries to zig. Oh, Chesslooter, are you body blocking your teammate right there? And that's Chesslooter gonna be, excuse me, Kymo Chipson going down. Chesslooter feigns death for a second or two. And here comes the Buried Alive from Walter once again. Chesslooter gets shredded. And this is bottom lane fort to fall.
Red team destroyed the fort.
Glares at Grubby while you're here. Why are you, don't glare at Grubby, Enigma. How you doing, bud? I hope you're having a great night, Enigma. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. I appreciate the lurks and the hangs. Zool is gonna go down as well. Reset City for the Li Ming. Jaina, she's cocooned. Trap. Okay, Jaina, can she make the big play? She drops some snow on the ground, and that's about it. All 5 members of gillyShark at Bingo Night will fall, and this is going to be the members of Probe's Pylon approaching core, but can they end? Stukov up in 3, Buried Alive. Yeah, I think they can end now. Yeah, that's gonna be game number 1, going over to the side of Probe's Pylons. I don't think alone Stukov can defend, and Kymo Tripson, he'll save his KDA as best as he can. Riptire to the core, and ladies and gentlemen, map number 1 goes over to our red team. GG will play. I miss weather effects? No, you don't. Stop lying. Alrighty, choose outcome. Which team wins Volskaya Foundry? Probe's Pylons have won Volskaya Foundry. Oh, I forgot to do something earlier. Whoops. Play from Wiener Salad certainly meets expectations. Seems like PPL had the edge since draft, although Stukov and Jaina have both had some nice plays. I would agree. I think the biggest turning point is going to be it's just the overall dragged out fight around control point C. I think that was it. gillyShark. Oh, gillyShark at Bingo Night want first pick what map? Excuse me, sorry. I want to bet tonight! Yay! Spelled meat wrong? No. No, they didn't. Spelled meat right. Indeed. Indeed.
Not.
Excuse me, sorry. A little bit of a bubble in my throat this evening. My apologies. Thank you all again for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. If you're new to the stream, if you stumbled your way in here and you're hammered, welcome. Make sure you heat up some burritos or order some food and drink some water. Take some Advil, maybe some Gatorade or Pedialyte. But if you have stumbled into the stream and you have not followed the channel, I highly recommend at least you hit the follow button. I do a lot of casting of Heroes of the Storm. I play the game from time to time. So, yeah. 1 second. So if you're new to the stream, anything like that, I recommend that you at least hit the follow button. I do a lot of commentary about Heroes of the Storm. I play the game from time to time. If you would like to support the stream further, it's always very much appreciated. And thank you. Yeah. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Sorry, I am doing one thing really quickly, and then I can join lobby. Sorry, I have my post-it note of stream information. There we go. Sorry. We're almost at bingo? Oh my god. They struggle to make space for Tychus to stand and deliver. I think Cody, that's fair. I think Cody Kraz, that's very fair of a statement. Absolutely. Man, you know, I'm seeing a lot of Prime Gaming crowns, but you know what I'm not seeing? I'm not seeing a lot of Prime Gamings popping up. Any primers floating out in the sea that is Twitch chat? We're getting ready for our next map, so I'm all set on my end. I'm just curious if there's any Prime Gamings floating out in the sea. Like, I'm counting at least 3, maybe 4 different primers in chat. It doesn't hurt to ask from time to time if there's any primers floating out there. It's good to ask if there are primers floating out in the sea. Baja's amazing people, deserves all the follows. And subs! Thank you, Harson. Thank you, Harson. You good human being. Good to see you, bud. But either way, thank you. Seriously, thank you, everyone, for hanging out. If you are enjoying the stream and you have not followed, please at least hit the follow button. 90% of my content is Heroes of the Storm. I do, like, Fridays are, like, variety days for us. So, like, I do Gungeon. Like, this Friday is actually going to be Gungeon, maybe some Hades, and then some Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Next week, we're going to be doing a bunch of Heroes of the Storm casting and playing. So if you enjoy the content you're seeing, if you enjoy the rambling that I do provide, I hope you at least hit the follow button. And as I said, if you'd like to support the stream further, it is what we do for a living. It does support Bandit. It does buy him food. And I know he's very, very hungry. So your subs feed my dog. As well as it helps us be able to buy dental treats and stuff like that. And other treats. So thank you. Thank you all. We are the best boys in North America. It keeps giving me errors. F5 your stream, I'm not gonna lie. Some Prime Gamings are very, very buggy because I think Bezos purposely wants people to actually spend money. But either way, thank you all for being here. I am going to say Caster Spooky Worm R. And everything is updated on my end except for the team scores. I knew I was missing one thing. There we go. And we're good to go. All right, I'm ready, and the players should be ready in a second or two, and we'll get into map number 2. Could be the final map of the night, could take us to a map number 3. We're going to find out here in just a little bit. Cheers, chat. Good gin and soda. I gotta say, today has been one of the longest stream days I've done for Heroes in a very long time. And it's been super fun. I started streaming at about 10:50 a.m. my time, and it's about 6:39. I know the stream timer says 55 minutes. I did have to restart stream. It totally didn't crash. I totally had to restart stream to add delay. So that's the reason. But literally, I've been streaming since like 11 a.m. my time, and it's about 7 o'clock. It's 20 to 7, but still. Looks like we're getting going into map number 2. Let's go ahead and check out the draft. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, into the draft for map number 2. We're heading to Infernal Shrines, and if you're sitting there at home saying, wait a minute, Bahamut, slow the fuck down. How the hell did you get to Infernal Shrines? How is it map number 2? Don't worry, I got you covered. I got you covered. The home team this evening is going to be gillyShark. For the first map, they won coin flip, opting for first pick priority, banning out Dragonshire and Alterac Pass. The members of Probe's Pylons then are given the map choice priority for map number 1, but first they have to have some bans as well. Brax's Holdout Battlefield will be banned out by Probe's Pylons, and they will first pick Volskaya Foundry. They just took that map. The members of gillyShark at Bingo Night opted for first pick priority as the losing team, so the winning team, meaning the members of Probe's Pylons, have to choose map picks since that's the only option, and they have chosen to take us to Infernal Shrines. We get back into the draft, and let's check out what's happening here, as a Diablo ban has already come through to the members of from the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night, and now that Stark is back in to the draft, Samuro ban. I guess Samuro ban. Wait, Baja, slow the F down. No! Keep up! When will the hero that shall not be named get buffs? I think Murky should get buffs in our next patch. Definitely Murky should get buffs in our next patch, absolutely. I'm sorry. Stupid. Let's see. Diablo, Joanna. So same bans from gillyShark at Bingo Night from game number 1. Rhaegar and Samuro banned out this time from the members of Probe's Pylons. For anyone that is foreign to the members of gillyShark at Bingo Night, Stark has a fantastic Samuro, which typically gets respect banned. Murky buffs incoming. Dude, I want Murky buffs. Murky needs, like, if there was a hero in Heroes of the Storm that I'd love to get buffs that maybe not needs them, it's Murky. All right, well, our drafts are looking almost identical from map number 1. I'm just getting the prediction set up for everyone. There we go. He doesn't need buffs. He's already got the best ults. Yeah, but I think, like, Murky could use, like, 10,000 base HP. I think his auto attacks could use, like, a 360% increase in damage. Tyrael, for the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night. Are they going to juice? No, they're not going to juice with Tyrael. I think this is just a main tank choice. Probe's Pylon saying no to orcs. Oh, shit, you're right! Dan Crockett, you're right! Wait, okay. So it looks like Probe's Pylons just does not like World of Warcraft or Warcraft 3 characters. Actually, Greymane is a World of Warcraft character. Rhaegar is a shaman from Warcraft 3, and Samuro is the Blade Master from Warcraft 3. Question for the World of Warcraft players. Is Samuro and Rhaegar in World of Warcraft as like Samuro and Rhaegar, or no? This is a random question because I have no attention span. When will we get more Phoenix? When you stop asking for it. There you go. Second juice call of the day. Everyone take a drink. Okay. He's the fuzzy orc. I don't know if he's the fuzzy orc. Blaze Tychus on the right-hand side. Okay. So we still need some sort of mage for the members of Probe's Pylons. We could actually see the Li Ming again. That was very good. Whoa! All that I see in draft chat is just can kill go, ew. All right, last pick from the side of Probe's Pylons. Rhaegar, yes. Samuro, no. Okay, thank you. I was just curious. I wasn't sure. There's no Blade Master. There's a Blade Master, but no Sam. Okay, thank you. Rhaegar is a badass in WoW. Really? Oh, I'm an idiot. I said Li Ming and they need a healer. God, I don't know why you guys watch me talk about Heroes of Storm. Anyways, that is going to be our draft. Oh boy, you can tell I've been streaming for like 8 hours straight. I'm just all fluff. What, propane and propane accessories? God dang it, Bobby. All right, let me go ahead and show this screen so that way you can all get your Twitch predictions in, because the Twitch predictions have begun. Which team wins Infernal Shrines? Which team wins Infernal Shrines? By the time you hear this, you got about 1:30 to get your Twitch predictions in. You can see the left and the right-hand side, respectively, with the players on each character, and you can see the map score at the top of the screen. Good luck, have fun, enjoy your betting. This could be the final map of the night, ladies and gentlemen. This could be the final map. You better get big Twitch predictions in. I believe in you, chat. Big Twitch predictions. I believe you can do it. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of gillyShark. We've got, or excuse me, gillyShark at Bingo Night. Chess Looter on the Jaina. Lazy Hydra on the Tyrael. Stark on the Stukov. Schumann on the Abathur. I can't talk today. And EKB on the Zeratul. So some role swaps out the wazoo. Over on the right-hand side, we got Probes, Pylons, Can Kill on the Anubrak. Walter on the Tychus. God, why do you... All right. Brickets on the Blaze. Junkrat played by Wiener Salad.
Not.
And Volcanic Dog on the Brightwing. Sorry, when teams move around like that, I lose track of their names, and it's a struggle for me to actually read them. Why is Tychus here? Tychus is generally strong in general. Oh, wait, no, Maestro's literally saying what... Tychus is good... Tychus has become a very, very popular, short-ish... he's an average range melee range assassin because he has a 4.5 range. So his range is a little bit shorter, but realistically, if you can draft around all of that, I think it works really well. And look at this. We have an Anubrak, keeps people in place. Brightwing keeps people in place that also can't deal damage. Junkrat can keep people in place with a steel trap. It plays very well into Tychus. Tychus loves when he can stand still. Tychus wants enemies to stand still so he can stand still, hit D, and just slap enemy heroes with his D constantly. And that plays, this composition does play into that. Someone steps in the steel trap's root, polymorph, a Nubrak combo, and that enemy is standing still, and Tychus is just, easy peasy. You're welcome. I did the voice line for Tychus as well. Not only did they mocap my face for Karazim, but I've also done a lot of voice work for this game, Kappa. So bottom lane will have Impaler camp being grabbed, and I gotta say, a lot of camps very quickly grabbed by the members of Probes Pylons. Anubrak burrows away. Wiener Salad goes down. First blood over to the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night, and Abathur snipes the second kill with the hat. Are we still doing phrasing? What do you mean, Cody? What do you mean phrasing? Slap him with the D. What? It's a trait. What? You slap your D and your minigun activates. Is that lewd? Am I not allowed to say these things? I think y'all a bunch of prudes, just saying. Important thing to remember about Tychus is that he also has abilities that isn't restricted to standing still with minigun. Oh, absolutely, Maestro, absolutely. Grenade, overkill, as well as his dash. Like, those are all very good movement and control abilities overall in the team fight. We are going to see bigger they are. Now, okay, so Grubby and I have talked about this extensively, and I think this is a prime example as to why bigger they are is the optimal choice here. So when you take bigger they are up against a... let's say a Leoric Tyrael. Let's say the solo laner, let's say there's no Zeratul and it's a Leoric or something like that. Or just follow me on this, okay? When you take the bigger they are and you have two high health pool heroes, what ends up happening, and Grubby made this point perfectly, and I honestly I'm gonna reiterate it, is that what happens is the bigger they are drops the health pool of the first person that steps forward. Let's say the Anubrak. Anubrak steps forward, gets dropped to 30%. Anubrak backs away, Brightwing phase shifts onto Anubrak while he's in the backline. Meanwhile, Leoric can step up, and then he can sit there and have his health dropped. But the thing is, the minigun's the thing that does this, so minigun should be expired by then, and Anubrak can then jump back into the team fight. So, since there's only the Tyrael, the bigger they are is a fantastic pickup because you can drop the Tyrael low, the front line is now pushed back, and you are open to let Can Kill on the Anubrak step forward. Brickets on the Blaze jump in as well. This is why it's such a good talent right here, and we're gonna see it right now as that's a wonderful split onto Stark. He's gonna get polymorph, does get some healing pathogen onto himself, has the hat from Schumann on the Abathur and doesn't die, but overall, Punisher well played by the side of Probes Pylons. Tychus is also wonderful at croquet. Oh, absolutely. Next, you're gonna tell me he sprays all over the enemy team. He does! If you pop overkill and everyone overlaps, yeah, he's spraying all over their faces. I don't understand what the issue is tonight, chat. I hope you're all having fun with me tonight. I'm having a blast personally. Let's see. Abathur Mule does, I believe the math comes out to 3,600 HP that heals from the Mule. Tychus' Tracer at level 20. What? Exactly, Floppy Tiger. I don't understand what the issue is. That's just how you play Tychus. Slap your D and spray on him. I'm so sorry. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what the damage, healing experience looks like right now, and why the members of gillyShark at Bingo Night have nearly a 3/4 of a level lead over the enemy side. Right now, we're looking at hero damage. I will be honest, this is my least favorite part of the Aliobs update. I personally like seeing the thousands. It is cleaner, but it's hard for me to read at a glance for some reason. I don't know why. Like when I look at 62, I go, he's done 62 damage? No. Anyway, sorry. It's a dumb thing. It really doesn't matter. I just have to get used to the new visual thing. It's also because it doesn't swap when we come to this screen. So we have two different ways the formatting works. And, sorry, anyways. My rambles aside. Mercenaries yield a little extra experience. Minions are yielding a little extra experience. And so that's where we're seeing the slight advantage to the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night. But both teams are on 10 talent tiers. We have our next Punisher, Mortar Punisher in the top lane. How do I know this, chat? Well, it's not because I'm in casting mode. It's not because I'm an observer. It's because I can use my minimap. Minimaps are free information, and you can do this in your own games. You can use your cursor, hover over things, and you can see inactive Mortar Shrine. Also, you can find out camp timers. I do this all the time when I'm casting. You may have seen it from time to time. You can hover over a camp, siege camp, bottom lane, 1 minute 30 seconds available, or until it's available. Siege camp on the right, 2 minutes. On the left, 1 minute 10. It's Fallen Shaman top left, available. Fallen Shaman top right, 10 seconds away. Bottom lane fort will fall. And someone was earlier asking me about Draken Laser Drill. And I think this is a great example and a great moment that we can showcase Draken Laser Drill. Commandeer Odin is a great siege tool, but when left uncontested and around control points where everyone has to brawl, Draken Laser Drill is great. The range on it is around the objective, if I'm not mistaken, and I can check the next time it actually gets popped into lane, because I think I can check the physical stacks. EKB, what are you doing over here? Oh, towers have true sight, by the way. That's why he's trying to avoid the tower. No way. Why? Why were you over there with 2 HP? Where do I get this minimap pamphlet? You just watch my stream. I ramble about it constantly. Part of it is the numbers are centered, so the numbers with different alignments. Oh, you're right, Brand Flakes. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's just a visual thing. Don't want to find yourself stuck between a Tychus D and a wiener salad. Chat, getting 2 loot earlier broke the stream? Yeah, that's pretty standard. Alrighty, so anyways, let's talk about the engagement. Draken Laser Drill, as I was mentioning, does a lot of good siege around here, but it also was utilized in the bottom lane for siege as well. We could see it here. Also, what is the Draken Laser Drill? Oh, it's 100 seconds. That's actually quite long. I feel like it should be around 80, but either way. Punisher is going to be in top lane. I forgot how to stream for like 2 seconds right there. 3... Oh, sorry, I got confused because I was like, wait, earlier Punisher wasn't dealing increased damage. Punisher does increased damage when it jumps to, oh, no. Wait, is it when it jumps? Oh, it resets when it jumps and then it doubles there, so you can see it right there. So that if we did this, it should fix it, right? Yeah, so, okay, so it does deal double damage into structures. Draken Laser Drill. This is actually what I wanted to check really quickly. Draken Laser Drill deals same. It has attack range of 10. Most structures are attack range of 8 or 7 something. If we look at a fort tower, 7.8. And I think core is 8 point something. It's just 8.0. So there you go. So Draken Laser Drill also out-sieges structures, which means you can get free siege so long as the Draken Laser Drill isn't taken down. There you go. Someone was asking about Draken Laser Drill earlier tonight. I think this is a great example in this matchup of why it's just as viable as Commandeer Odin, and it also feels very situational at moments. Also, the level 20 Draken Laser Drill is fantastic. Increased range, increased auto attack speed, if I'm not mistaken, or damage speed, or attack damage speed. The verbiage for it I'm lost with, but either way, Lazy Hydra comes in. There's gonna be Jaina dropping in the damage as well. The camp is looking good to the side of Probe's Pylon. Sanctification used bunker down from the Blaze. They all jump onto the point. Wiener Salad getting shredded by the Water Elemental, as that is Tyrael to go down. Big explosion from Tyrael. Takes down the Anubrak. A very low Bricket's trying to get away. Actually, nobody got the objective, or excuse me, nobody got the camp. I can't believe it. gillyShark coming out on top of that one. EKB not gonna dive back into the enemy side. Woo! Alrighty, so Chest Looter just trying to get some free siege in bottom lane. Frozen Punisher will be next in the bottom lane. Abathur stepping up in top lane. He's not showing in lane. Actually, will he show if he gets too close to these side walls? No, okay, the side wall vision's only... Oh, so the danger. Yeah, the danger ping is going to be coming out from Brightwing right now, just saying, okay, there's something happening in this top lane. And this is push build Abathur. Look at the Abathur build. We have not talked about this whatsoever. And it's not a standard build for an Abathur. Typically, we see the player enhancement build rather than the Locust build, but Schumann going to be going for a little bit of a different build, so let's break it down. Survival Instincts. Increase the Locust health by 100% and damage by 60. Okay. Let me look at a Locust really quickly and see what the damage looks like. Wow, that is actually pretty good. 137. Range minions, which are technically the highest damage dealers outside of catapults right now, are slightly less than that into structures. Just to give you a little bit of a comparison, we do have the Prolific Dispersal. You have the duration of Toxic Nests increase, as you also have, I think, the range at which you can cast them. Oh, no, that's the level 1, sorry. You have cooldown reduction and additional charges. Mule for safety of structures. Ultimate Evolution. We will see Bombard Strain. Locust basic attack become long-range siege attacks, and their durations increased by 75%, so that allows Abathur to be further back in the lane, and the Locust lasts a little bit longer, as you can see that purple little bar right there. And you also have Locust Brood, which you saw at the top lane, where Abathur can spawn 3 extra Locusts at his location every 45 seconds, or it's an activatable. I quickly want to check Locust stuff, and I'm just curious about the range is the only thing. The range on the Locust is a 7.0. Wow, that's a pretty big range for a Locust. But Sanctification to be utilized. There's going to be a clone onto Jaina. So double Jaina. She's a fantastic clone for Abathur. And Vulcan, oh my god, Volcanic Dog with some 70 HP blinks away. The phase shift is canceled because Tychus will die. Bricket's very low. He goes down as well. Schumann, that's a clone of Jaina, so that can die. But what can also, well, I guess what doesn't want to die is going to be that, oh, there's the Draken Laser Drill, is going to be that Anubrak. Triple kill to the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night. Top lane camp coming through. Abathur should be able to deal with this. And he also has Mule to mitigate some of the siege, or so long as it isn't permanent. That's a lot of damage onto that top tower. He's not going to be able to save that one. Schumann, do you have Mule? No. Wait. Yes? Mule's off a cooldown, not summoned. Interesting choice. I'm just skimming around the map right now. Wait, why isn't Mule utilized? I guess maybe the fear was that it would be taken. Whoa, Abathur! So, they have more health. They don't outrage towers, but look at this. He's trading. He's trading. Look at this. Holy jeez. That was a good play from Abathur. That was a very good play. It's a great build, Ava, for when opposing team doesn't have very strong wave clear objectives, gather enemies, extended time. Exactly, Kage. Absolutely. Whoa, EKB trying to get away, gets rooted. There's a Riptire from Junkrat. EKB, can you get away? And yes, Punisher, Frozen, through the bottom lane, getting some decent damage here. Let's go ahead and pull away the stats really quickly because I want to be able to focus in on the team fight. EKB starting to shred through this. Stark spreading that healing pathogen around to his friendly teammates. There's a jet propulsion from Blaze. Bottom lane keep does go down. Abathur dealing with waves as there's a cocoon onto Zeratul. Now Zeratul, Might of the Nerazim, on a 5-second cooldown, which gives him a recast of a basic ability. He's gonna play a... Yeah, I was gonna say, he's gonna play a... Come on, Brain, you can do it. You can do it. Singularity Spike to an enemy and be able to dive on the far side of that. Overall... Look at this. Look at this Abathur play. Look at this Abathur play! Alright, I'm sorry. I literally was so focused on everything else, I even missed this. I can see everything on the map, and even I missed this. Oh, he's going... This is all push build. I love this. Oh! I got it this time. I got it this time. I got it this time. Don't worry. GG! Locust will end game. Just kidding. Just kidding. Alright, a few members show through this mid lane as we get into the vision of our red team. Brickets is going to be able to see Chest Looter, Lazy Hydra. This is vision for the whole team, but just we're on the Bricket vision. Invade onto the camp on this top left side since the members of Probius Pylons in the red, are able to see that the bottom lane was being worked on. Full hearth out, so it's just a camp denial. Excuse me, sorry. There he goes! Hey, Royal, how you doing, bud? The Toxic Nest range can make Abathur backdoors happen. I just have to say this Abathur's playing out of his freaking mind. EKB is trying to make the play onto Volcanic Dog. It gets polymorphed, gets cocooned. They are not happy with that. Lurking Arm immediately gets the Zeratul out. Can he actually get away? Sanctification will be utilized. And here, do we have a fight? No. It's just Sanctification, disengage, back away. Holy Arena as well. Cooldown reduction? No, it's just increased duration. Arcane Punisher not yet available. Top lane is going to be opened up by the Catapult. What are Catapults dealing right now? 226 or 266 standard, 532 into structures. As we get into our next Punisher phase, I believe this is the 4th of the game, Arcane Punisher for the top lane. A lot of damage on the Lazy Hydra, but he is fine to be able to back away. My apologies, as the Zeratul finds the kill into Junkrat. I thought we were going to see more damage into top, but that's not the case. And here's a bunker down from Blaze, body blocking a little bit. Schumann is going to be cloning the Jaina. This is 2 Jainas as they have to take down the bunker to get through, as it does create some terrain. Water Elemental utilized here. Winter Mute also at the level 20. Lazy Hydra chasing in. Zeratul finds the kill onto Volcanic Dog. Chase continues onto Brickets. Brickets body block to oblivion. 3 members go down. Can kill. Should fall here, but no, the Burrow Charge gets him away. Are they going to go core? Abathur! Spawning Locust on the far side of the wall. A little map manipulation right there, or lane manipulation. But gillyShark at Bingo Night, they're going core. Can they end? No Sanctification for 4 seconds. Cocoon onto Zeratul. Can kill, taking or dealing a lot of damage. Lazy Hydra does go down. Sanctification just now back off a cooldown. Gonna use the explosion on the core. Draken Laser Drill. Massive shove, wrong direction. Anubrak goes in for another Burrow. Can kill. Is going to be able to get revenge on the kill of the Stukov. Increase the range of Draken Laser Drill by 50%. So if the Draken Laser Drill is at 10, it's at 15 at that point. Dealing increasing damage the longer it remains on a single target, up to 100 extra damage. Chest Looter Hearthing to reset. Zeratul able to back away. And a core call that does not go the way of gillyShark at Bingo Night. As we're in the late game, let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers and take a look at what that looks like while we have Catapults in bottom, Zeratul rotating up to top. Wait, does Zeratul catch the Brightwing? Oh, okay, sorry. Tychus is bad. He's better than I would play. Thank you, Kage. Came back to HOTS after a few years break. Well, welcome back, Royal. Catapults. 616 damage into structures. Alright, so top lane Arcane Punisher threatens onto an open... Oh, they're going to try and backdoor on gillyShark, aren't... No, they're not. Okay. I thought they were going to try and backdoor and just end through bottom. Abathur's pushing up waves. A lot of Impaler camps in mid and one in bottom. Catapult has arrived to core through bottom as well. This is actually looking pretty good for gillyShark the longer they delay. You forgot about stream delay? No worries. I don't often cast live games like this, so it's one of those things. Anyways, Catapult arriving. Oh, Catapult unsure of where to go. Catapult unsure of where to go. You're drunk, Catapult. Go home. And then is going to be thrown back. So, top lane. Keep takes what? An eighth? It's down to about 75% of the total HP, but it took like a quarter of that. Like, it's barely took any damage. It really didn't take much damage. Meanwhile, the core on the opposing side, not much damage taken either. It is anyone's game at this point. One good team fight for either side is GG. I would say more so for gillyShark at Bingo Night, due to the fact that they have a lot more end options. Though, I will say this, top lane, well, no longer is an option. Not an option, but it's no longer like a weakened option. Zeratul standing still means he's completely invisible, as we actually have the red vision, so you can actually see there's no shimmer where the Zeratul is standing. Can Kill literally ran into Zeratul. Can Kill literally ran into Zeratul right there. Also, Jaina went into Stormfront for the range, and then also Snowstorm for the increased damage as well. Do you remember when Jaina's Blizzard only did 2 drops and you had to take a talent for the 3rd? Do y'all remember that? I remember when Jaina got the buff to have 3 waves of Blizzard. It was such a benefit to people that read patch notes and such a hindrance to people that don't. Because it was great for me. I was like, ha ha ha, you only expect 2 waves of Blizzard. But lo and behold, there's a 3rd, and people stood in it for so long in the past. I want to note really quickly, bottom lane, Abathur is doing Abathur things. And he put his Locust Nest over here, so this is actually really, really good for Abathur, just to constantly buff out bottom lane. And someone will have to deal with that corner bush. I remember. Hey, Viper, what's up, bud? 2 waves was pain. Yep. I will say this. Do you know what this feels like? It feels like the slow suffocation of Probe's Pylons. Like, it feels like the members of gillyShark at Bingo Night are just slowly closing, like, the net around the side of Probe's Pylons. Like, it just, like, because look at top. Top, constantly pressured in. Bottom, constantly being pressured in. The moment they go to respond to it, now it's a different lane. So it's just Abathur Schumann doing a great job of constantly being everywhere on this support-based hero, this macro-based hero. I'm very much liking what I'm seeing. You mean a talent wasted for wave clear? I mean, band-aids are band-aids. I mean, there used to be a lot of, like, what was it, like Falstead's level 4, his hammer gains. A lot of heroes used to have auto-attack, range assassins used to have auto-attacks that would heal based on the damage you dealt. And back then, that was considered a band-aid talent. So, I don't know, it's just one of those things, like, any talent, like, a lot of things can be considered band-aid talents, but if you get solid utility out of it, I think it's great. Like, personally, Stormfront and Snowstorm, I never see these 2 talents being picked up, but the utility of it keeps Chest Looter in a safer position and allows big burst damage. The damage of the 2nd wave of Blizzard increased by 50%, the damage of the 3rd wave increased by 100%. So single target burst or even multi-target burst is more available to Chest Looter with this build, but it also allows him to stay further back, poke at the shrines, and the longer they can poke, the longer they can delay, the better it is for Zeratul. Just kidding, Abathur, sorry. Zeratul actually goes down right there. I don't know why he dove in so hard. Oh, because... No, I'm sorry. I read that completely backwards. I'm so sorry, chat. It's been a long day. Zeratul found the kill into Junkrat. I completely misread the death markers. Tychus, though, does get the kill into Zeratul there, so he does actually die. My apologies. I just don't know how to watch this game anymore. Anyways, Cocoon on... Or, no, excuse me. Bunker from the Blaze. That's a Sanctification. Holy Arena as well. Bricket's getting very low. That's a kill onto Blaze. Oh, I don't know about this one here on the side of Probe's Pylons because there's a lot of damage on the core. I actually think that Abathur's just going to go in the game. Better than Hive Mind? What? The level 20 for Abathur? Depends on the utilization. Abathur is going for... Abathur's going push build, so I think the Locust that he went is way better than Hive Mind right here. What's hard to see, though, is that the game would have probably been over if Abathur had gone normal build. I would disagree, Brandflakes. I think actually this was key and critical. I think the Abathur going split push build the entire time was the critical factor in all of this. I really do. That's just me. That's just me. I think that the push build constantly created a macro issue for the side of Probe's Pylons, and they weren't able to deal with all of the constant lane pressure. Tychus wave clear, moderate, Junkrat wave clear, moderate, Like, Blaze has okay wave clear. Like, the constant pressure that was being applied really made it difficult, and as I said, it kind of suffocated the side of Probe's Pylons, and I think it was critical to have... I mean, like, if Abathur went normal build, that keep would have not gone down in top lane. Fact. That keep would have not gone down in top lane so early, creating catapult pressure, creating lane pressure. This build was critical in the series for gillyShark at Bingo Night. Which team wins Infernal Shrines? gillyShark at Bingo Night. Oh, I already have a custom game. All right. Fun map to watch. Oh, yeah, absolutely. This was a good build for Abathur. The scenario, PP had better team fight comp. Abathur played this. I agree with you, Kage. I agree with you absolutely, Kage. As someone who innovated the solo support Abathur build, I would definitely agree with you, Kage. All right, I have to quickly run to the bathroom. I have to quickly make myself a beverage. I'll be right back. When we get back, we're going to be heading into map number 3, our final map of the evening. And don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. The players are getting into lobby. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Enjoy hanging out for the few minutes. I'll be right back. Feel free to talk about the last game. But as I said, bathroom and making another cocktail. BRB. Alrighty. I am back. Sorry about that. My apologies. So this team went for this, and this team went for this. Yes. Okay. Soft feet and ankles. You got what you wanted, chat, huh? All right, this is going to be map picked by them. This is map number 3. Wide. Oh, fucking idiot. All right, you're just gonna have to deal with my stupidity. It's all right. All right, we're waiting on one player. Okay, cool. Dragon was a bad alt choice in that game. Odin was a big deal in the shrine fights, which was how PPL had to win the game against the split Abathur. Mule negate split push value. Odin drill around shrine. Sanks were on point most of the fights too. Only miss was the first core call. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, Cody. That's fair. Well, Baha, go. We believe in you. Thank you. Anyone else know how you took down the, notice that you took down the keep prior to the fort? Mm-hmm. The real winners are, we got a game 3. Berserk, you are very right with that. Okay. Alright, I can do that, but we're gonna get to the game in a second here, okay? Alrighty. Holy shit, we've been casting for 8 hours today. Alright, let's get into a game. Let's get into a game. By the way, if you're new to the stream, welcome. I do a lot of casting in Heroes of Storm, as you can see. Thank you, Jimmy. I'll do that in a little bit once we either get a... when I remember. I'll just remind me. Thank you, as always. But we are here into Sky Temple, map number 3. Final map of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, the final map. We've been casting for over 8 hours today. I know the stream only says an hour and 32. We had to restart for the stream delay, but I know the big thing is you want to know how we got to Sky Temple. As a note, I'm an idiot, and the Sky Temple logo is Garden of Terror. I forgot to update it from the little UI thingy, so either way, let's get you caught up as to how we got to Sky Temple, map number 3 in our final best of 3 of the evening. We've got gillyShark winning coin flip for first game. They opted for first pick priority, banning Dragonshire Alderac Pass. Probes Pylons banned out Braxis sold out Battlefield of Eternity. Probes Pylons took us to Volskaya Foundry for map number 1, and they won that map. gillyShark opted for first pick priority as the losing team, so Probes Pylons chose to take us to Infernal Shrines. That map was won by gillyShark at Bingo Night. The members of Probes Pylons, as the losing team, opted for first pick priority for map number 3. So gillyShark at Bingo Night has chosen to take us to Volskaya Foundry as we have our ban phase through. Ooh, Sam game? No, rarely. So for anyone that doesn't know, if you see Stark on a team, rarely, if ever, does he get Samuro. Rarely, if ever. It is a roll of the dice if you ever give Stark his Samuro. So yeah, we're not going to be seeing any Samuros anytime soon, I'll be honest. At least if we're casting gillyShark at Bingo Night versus whomever, because most people, like, I've been casting this team for God, how many seasons? 5, 6 seasons of NGS, and gillyShark has always gotten their Samuro banned. But let's talk about what's unfolding here. We have a Joanna Diablo banned again by gillyShark at Bingo Night. So same 2 bans from them for the first 2 games, 3 games actually. And then an Abathur Samuro ban on the right-hand side. Brightwing, Hanzo, and Nubrak. So they're foregoing the Junkrat and Nubrak that they were playing so heavily at the start on the side of Probes Pylons. Rhaegar Greymane for the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night. So what direction can they go? Because realistically, gillyShark at Bingo Night can go any direction. They're not showing their draft by any means. They show that they have a good dive hero and a good healer. That's really about it. Now, as a reminder, we have had a recent patch. If you don't know anything about the patch, ! Patch, this is looking very juicy. This is looking like a very juicy piratey map. Gul'dan offers good wave clear and poke. I don't know if they're going to go juice. I don't think they'll go juice. They could still Lieutenant Morales at the end, but I don't know if they're going to juice. I really don't. Oh, sorry. Today's been such a long day. It's like we've literally been casting for almost 9 hours today. It's been a very fun day of casting. I'm having a blast personally. My body is not, but I don't care about that. My stomach doesn't hurt. That's all that I care about. My stomach doesn't hurt. I could have all the migraine pain that I could in the world right now as I do, but it is... Okay, we're juicing. We're juicing, chat. We're juicing. All right. Coach Bot back. Thank you for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content, my friend. Thanks for hitting the follow button. Okay. All right, which team wins Sky Temple? Final prediction of the evening. I'm going to leave it on this screen for you right here so you can see the teams as they load in. Which team? Okay, chat, I need big predictions. I know some of you don't like to gamble. I know some of you don't give a shit about gambling. If you're watching on TV, open up your phone, get your gambles in. If you're watching on PC, open up Twitch chat, get your gambles in. I want to see some big gambles. Please, chat, you got a minute or so to get some gambles in. I want you to put it all on the line. Who do you believe? I want to see some big full prediction bets. All right? Hey, Lunchbox, what's up? Good to see you, bud. I want to see some big predictions, chat. I want the biggest predictions. Could I break down the drafts? Could I tell you what's happening here? No, I can't. Alrighty, get your predictions in. You probably got another 30 seconds or so. But either way, let me introduce the teams for the final map of the evening in our stream. On the left-hand side, we got gillyShark at Bingo Night, Stark on the Rhaegar, Schumann on the Gul'dan, Chess Looter played the Lieutenant Morales, Lazy Hydra on the Tyrael, and EKB on the Greymane. Over on the right-hand side, we have Probes, Pylons. We have Volcanic Dog on the Brightwing, Can Kill on the Anub'arak, Walter on the Malthael, and Brickets on, on the Hanzo, and Wiener Salad on the bottom lane Nazebo. Lunchbox929, thank you for the resubscription for 2 months. I will resend your alert when we get out of game. As a reminder, there are no alerts during games, but if you do sub, give bits, etc., I will resend your alert when we get out of game. So thank you again for the support, Lunchbox929, and I'll resend your alert once we're out of Sky Temple. But until then, let's see what happens here. Fell Flame build for the Gul'dan, who's already at 3 stacks. We have the Hanzo going into the target practice at level 1, and Nazebo is going to go into the Spooter build. Probes Pylon not playing Probius is a scam. I would agree, Trainwreck. As you wish, I'm all in. Thank you, Kalis. I appreciate it. You're a good mod. Not like that Ektar guy. Oh my god, there is $250,000 on the line for gillyShark at Bingo Night. Who the fuck put $250,000 on the line? What in the hell? That is the biggest prediction we've had in this chat. That is the biggest gamble we've ever had in this stream. Holy Jesus. The payouts could be high. It is a 1 to 14 prediction. Actually, it's 1 to 14.69. Very nice. I couldn't literally bet more than $250,000, even though I have more. Twitch limits you to $250,000 at a time. You cannot bet more than $250,000 on Twitch. Yep. Seriously, Jimmy, that is a massive bet. Thank you. Holy Jesus. I'm beaming from it. I love it. All right, let's focus in on the game. Let me give you all a good cast and everything like that, because you've gambled like I've requested very, very firmly. So top lane is going to be mass priority from the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night. The reason being is that actually the tower or the temple in that lane will respectively shoot in said lane. So if the first objective spawns top and mid like it always does, and oh my god, you can see it right there, gillyShark should prioritize the top lane objective phase, as it will be announced in 30 seconds, or announced in 2 seconds, and then up for contest in 30. And so those shots will rain into the top lane fort. Now, I am a little surprised that there isn't mass priority bottom lane, since this is where you can feed in Siege Giants, you can feed in the boss. As a reminder, in your own games, at home, spam click, you just click this. Click this many, many times with your left click button. Free Harrison Jones. Keep an eye on those XP numbers, and if PPL can keep a fort up. Are you trying to ask if PPL can keep it up? Kage? Sorry. Phrasing tonight has been a thing. So, as I said, top lane's the priority, but the same thing can be said from Probe's Pylons. They want to do the exact same thing as gillyShark at Bingo Night. They want to be able to take down this top lane fort. I love that Maltheo is just getting free shots through mid. Stark is doing a little bit of double soak rotation on that Rhaegar. He does have Siege Giants in bottom lane. They're getting some decent value, but in the top lane, the fight breaks out. Brickets gets the phase shift just in time. Can kill. Isolated from his team and does not manage to make it out. First blood goes over to the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night, who are going to regain control of this top lane temple. Looks like a Greymane will stick on this point. Bottom lane Siege Giants. They outrange towers, so you can see right here, and they outrange structures, forts, keeps, etc. And it is going to be bottom lane fort starting to take a little bit of damage. Stark low, but he's looking to clear the wave before his Siege Giants take much damage. Siege Giant camps are up in 45 on the right and 1:50 on the left. Wiener Salad looking to throw some toads and some spiders out as Stark has one more Siege Giant and he continues to siege in the bottom lane. Maltheo did get a buff on his baseline percent damage. Damage from Maltheo was increased from 1.75% to 2%, so a slight buff onto the Maltheo, as well as some other buffs on some talents, like his level 7 Consume Soul or Consume Vitality, which was reduced from 25-second cooldown to 20. I believe it was a 5-second reduction. It was either 30 to 20 or 25 to 20. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, it's Maltheo to get dove in bottom lane, another kill over the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night. Can kill, can die, exactly. Can kill is actually in the flank position. There is a Sonic Arrow that does scout out, so just kind of give a little bit of knowledge to gillyShark, like, okay, someone's around here. 10 Talenters will be arriving soon in favor for gillyShark, as they've got about a half a level, maybe a little bit more than that lead. Actually, I would say a solid level over the enemy side. Siege Giants are putting pressure into bottom lane. Stark might have sacrificed himself for a little bit of damage onto the fort through bottom, and yes, he should go down. Will he go down? He does go down. Meanwhile, Siege Giants, they're still wailing away at this fort through bottom lane. The chaos created by gillyShark at Bingo Night is what's kind of throwing Probe's Pylons off their game here, I feel like, a little bit. Probe's Pylons missing Siege Giants that are getting free siege, all to chase a Greymane that was already confirmed by another hero, the Hanzo. Like, I feel like there could have been a little bit more management of positioning for the side of Probe's Pylons, and it's just the consistent chaos being created here, as I said, is throwing them off their game. Bloodlust. Rain of possible damage for the Gul'dan. Yes, I was wondering why we had Gul'dan. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Rain of Destruction actually, and no kappa, is a good siege tool. It actually does decent siege. There's going to be the Argle Bargle from the Rhaegar group up for the Sanctification, but no, Maltheo is going to be cleaning things up. Any Sanctifications in chat? Oh no! You expect that to be a keep to go down, but it sits at a sliver of HP. Now, I will say this, ladies and gentlemen, the top lane fort has already gone down. They need to wait 10 seconds. They need to wait 13 seconds for Lieutenant Morales to respawn. Boss will be grabbed in bottom. But I hope they understand that their core is at threat. Oh, it was purposeful. I'm just realizing it's purposeful that they didn't use Sanctification. I think they purposefully didn't use it so they can use it after this respawn. It was a tactical death. This was all tactical from gillyShark at Bingo Night. This was on purpose. They purposefully didn't use Sanctification. Sanctification is what? 100-second cooldown? And they already have a camp in top lane. Hold on, let me look. 90 seconds. Excuse me, I'm 10 seconds off. All right. Whee! Meanwhile, in bottom lane, the Hearths are going to begin. Volcanic Dog can phase shift. There's the Hearths in bottom. Sanctification hasn't been used yet. Greymane has to go for the throw. There's the Sanctification. Hanzo Arrow misses because of it. Core is falling rapidly. Rain of Destruction coming through. Core is falling below 50%, below 30%, below 20%. The members of gillyShark, are they juicing their way to victory? Yes. gillyShark have shut down map 3 in 7 minutes and 46 seconds. GG, well played. I didn't even have time to, like, sip my drink once during that game. I didn't even even have time to have a singular drink of my beverage by the time that was over. Choose outcome. Which team wins Sky Temple? gillyShark at Bingo Night has won Sky Temple. Juicy. I can never spell interview properly when I type fast. Lobby 3, mute and deafened. You got a lot of points there, Jimmy. Alrighty, and at this time, we're going to be joined by the one, the only, the Junkrat Dirty Trickster Value expert. We've got Lazy Hydra. How you doing? Congratulations on your victory there, bud.
I'm doing well. I don't know what you're talking about with this Junkrat, though. I'm pretty sure I'm a Tyrael one trick.
I mean, after this game, I am blown away by the Tyrael play from your team. Okay, all right. First immediate question. I was literally like, I was sitting there, I was like, why didn't they use Sanctification? Was the Sanctification hold on purpose so that way you could medevac and then utilize it for the actual core call?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you sanked on the keep, which you normally don't need to, then it's like 30 seconds longer that you have to wait for your next medevac. So I just said we're not going to sanct on the first one because we should kill it anyway. And we didn't kill it, but it was low enough that, as you saw, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
So.
That was fantastic. So I want to talk about game number one, and I always hate bringing up like a loss of a match, but like what I want to bring up is not the loss, but how do you as a team rally back in game number two in a pretty effective manner with that Abathur composition, and then even more so in game number three?
So we looked at game one and basically saw that their backline was playing super aggressive, but the reason we weren't able to punish it is because our range was very little with Tychus and Jaina. And so we looked at our bingo board and said we need a manaless hero, and Abathur is one of those. And we saw Zeratul great against squishy backliners who are vulnerable, so we just picked a run it down comp with Abathur and got bingo, and the rest is history.
Not only did you win tonight, but you also got bingo as well. I do want to ask a few more questions here if you do have the time for it.
Go for it.
And one of them being still on that second map, the Abathur build. We were actually talking about a little bit of this in Twitch chat and stuff like that. And just in your opinion, like, do you think that if Abathur Schumann went into like the quote unquote standard Abathur hat build, do you think that you could have had the same efficacy or efficiency on Infernal Shrines, or was it a lot of just that kind of choking and constant pressure of Abathur that was kind of your victory?
I think we definitely still would have pulled it off just through the team fights, but with Schumann, like, he's the Abathur master, right? He asks at the beginning of the game what builds we want him to go, and we tell him to pick whatever works. And even in Nexus div, apparently backdooring keeps works pretty well. So
that was great. Like, I was literally like casting a team fight, and then chat was like, Bahamut, you're missing a keep going down. I'm like, wait, what? Like, I even missed it, and I can see everything. Like, holy crap.
Yeah, we missed it too. We got to the end of the fight, and the keep was gone, and we're like, did we do that?
So very, very well played from Schumann on the Abathur. That was actually a massive factor. My last question is just, was this Juice Pirates composition, was this like going into Sky Temple was like, we're just gonna juice and win the game, or was it like we have to kind of do the dance and song, or song and dance sort of deal of draft up against this enemy team?
Yeah, so we picked Sky in part because it got us a bingo, but also because we felt like it was pretty good for us. And we decided we're either going to do a Samuro comp or Juice Pirates, and they banned Samuro. So they played the cards out for us. All
right. Well, it was a fantastic series. Congratulations. It's a best of three, but congratulations on the reverse that you did pull out in the series. Sorry, I've had beverage. There we go. If there's any shout-outs that you'd like to give, the floor is all yours, my friend.
Thank you. Shout out to the gillyShark guys taking me on. Young Lazy Hydra bench from last time, but now they're letting me play, so that's great. And we're having a great time playing memes. Shout out to Bingo, and of course shout out to Gilly. And also Stark requested a special shout out to Dread, just got out of the hospital. Yeah. So good stuff.
Awesome.
And shout out to you, of course, and the other team for joining us for this clown fiesta.
It was a blast. Thank you so much for joining me, Laser Hydra. Congratulations on your victory. You have a phenomenal evening, and I'll see you further down in Season 13 of NGS.
Thanks. Have a good one.